Namaskar friends. The post of Chief Minister in Karnataka should now be renamed. CM no longer stands here for Chief Minister, it should stand for con man. CM, con man. For the future of Karnataka's youth is being eclipsed and conned by Chief Minister and his cabinet and the BJP government every day. Mr. Basavaraj Bommai promised 1 lakh jobs to the youth. But does he even know that nearly 2,52,000 government jobs are vacant in Karnataka? During his tenure, 1,300 units have shut down, leading to loss of 1 lakh of jobs. The youth of Karnataka are today in despair. For jobs in Karnataka are being sold to the highest bidder. It's a mandi for sale of jobs. It's a market for sale of jobs. Whether it is the PWD, AE or JE post, whether it is the jobs in for assistant professors, whether it is the jobs of district cooperative bank, whether it is the jobs in KPCC, everything is on sale. And the most shocking incident of sale of jobs in Karnataka was that of police sub-inspector. Over 54,000 young men and women appeared for PSI 545 PSI posts. Right from shutting down cameras to using Bluetooth to all kind of nonsense, and open sale of jobs of PSI for 80 lakhs was exposed. What was the classic BJP response? Nothing happened. Everything is okay. That's what Mr. Bommai said. That's what his Home Minister, Mr. Janendra, said. Finally, with repeated persistence of these 54,000 young men of Karnataka, the PSI job scam was exposed. Once the PSI job scam was exposed, it has led to nearly 100 arrests, including arrest of an additional Director General of Police. Is it also not correct that a BJP legislator was found mediating for a 10 lakh bribe in the legislator house right bang in front of the Vidhan Sabha? Bharatiya Janata Party, the Bhrash Janata Party, has made Vidhan Sabha, which is a pious place, a den of receiving money and a den of corruption on account of their misdeeds. The arrested officer in the PSI scam wants to depose before a judge, but Bommai government refuses to let him do so. One of the BJP's own leaders and legislator, Mr. Yatnal, has come forward to say that senior most BJP ministers and leaders are directly, and their children are directly involved in the PSI scam. The government refuses to act. The latest revelations are even more shocking. We saw the spectacle of how the principal accused, R.D. Patil, just pushed the police and walked away when they went to arrest him. Then he issued statements expressing his intent to fight the next assembly elections, most probably on a BJP ticket, considering these facts. And now this new letter has come into light. This is that letter. I am certain that all my friends in the Kannada press has had a look at it. This letter by R.D. Patil clearly accuses the investigating officer of demanding 3 crore of bribes, 76 lakh rupees of bribe in PSI scam as per this letter, allegedly has been delivered to the investigating officer. All this with a view to dilute and finish the entire PSI scam. This is the principal accused R.D. Patil, who has now written a letter to the Lokayukt, and he has alleged that a bribe of rupees 3 crore has been demanded by the principal investigating officer investigating the PSI scam. 76 lakh rupees of bribe has been delivered. 2 crore 24 lakh bribe is being further demanded in order to close and dilute the PSI scam. So what's happening under the nose of Mr. Bommai and Mr. Janendra? First, they deny the PSI scam. Then they don't investigate the PSI scam. After statewide massive protests, when an investigation happens, nearly 100 people are arrested so far. A BJP legislator is caught mediating for the PSI scam, nothing happens. A BJP leader accuses the senior most BJP leaders and their children of actual being the principal accused in the PSI scam. Nothing happens. The officer which is in custody of the police wants to go and make a statement before a judge in the PSI scam. The government does not permit him to do so. The government also fails to hold a fresh examination. They just can't do so. The principal accused R.D. Patil, like a guest, pushes police and walks away. And the police remains a mute spectator. They say he just pushed us and walked away. The main accused R.D. Patil issues videos asking that he will be fighting the next assembly election, probably from the ill-gotten money as to how the posts were sold for 80 lakh each, and perhaps on a BJP ticket, I don't know. And now R.D. Patil accuses the principal investigating officer of the PSI scam of having received 76 lakh of bribe and demanding 2 crore 24 lakh of bribe more to close and shut down the scam. Every post, including the PSI scam, is on sale in Karnataka. How is all this happening under the nose of Basavaraj Bommai ji, who was earlier the Home Minister and now the current Home Minister? Obviously, the sinister conspiracy, the murky dealings, the nauseating stench of corruption reaches the top political leadership in the state, as Mr. Yatnal, a BJP leader himself, has alleged. The current episode reflects a sinister design to shut down the PSI scam, to put a lid over it so that the real culprits sitting in the citadels of power, including the role of the former Home Minister and the current Chief Minister, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, and the current Home Minister, Mr. Janendra, is never examined. I am saying it with a sense of responsibility. So, all demands for an independent judicial probe monitored by the Chief Justice of the High Court directly have always been quashed only for this reason. So we demand that Mr. Basavaraj Bommai, and we allege as also his Home Minister and political leadership of BJP, are deliberately trying to bury and put a lid over the PSI scam. The murky dealing and the stench of corruption, as also the alleged payment of bribes now by the principal accused R.D. Patil to the principal investigating officer of the PSI scam, is a blot on the face of this government and reflects that this government, instead of prosecuting the accused, Mr. Bommai, Mr. Janendra and company are actually protecting the accused. They are trying to bury the scam. In these circumstances, no fair investigation of the PSI scam can take place by those. Here, investigators must be investigated first, if I may say. I repeat, The investigators also need to be investigated, for they are part of this scam. And that's why we demand that the Home Minister must either resign or must be forthwith sacked, Mr. Janendra. He has no right to continue for a minute after this letter has now come in public domain. So a full judicial investigation monitored by the Chief Justice directly of the Chief Justice of the High Court of Karnataka is the only way forward, and it has to be completed over next 90 days. For BJP, just like what they did for 2011 scam of the KPSC, you remember, they let it linger on, and finally the cabinet withdrew prosecution recently of the then KPSC chairman and members. They again want to bury the scam. We will not let it happen. The youth of Karnataka are agitated. We will pursue this to the final conclusion. I would now request the leader of the council, Shri B.K. Hari Prasad, to say a few words.
Okay, time is up. Sure. Thank you. Really.
Let's not enter into a verbal diatribe. I respect all my opponents, but the truth is, who sided against the farmers with BJP when the Land Reforms Act came in? That's a question he has to answer to his own conscience.
Thank you. Thank you very
Who
much.
sided with Bharatiya Janata Party to permit Bharatiya Janata Party to, for the first time, to have a mayor in Mysore and many other things, and we'll discuss that another day. Madam, you wanted to ask one question.
Sir,
She
so
was
is
waiting.
it said that JNU has prohibited students from screening BBC's Modi documentaries? So do you think they are infringing on students' rights or?
Prime Minister Modi is a scared man. Prime Minister Modi is an agitated man. Prime Minister Modi is a tyrant. He is an autocrat. And what autocrats and tyrants do is what Prime Minister Modi is doing. Suffocating, subjugating and stifling all kind of voices. But India has a history of fighting the British, of fighting many others who tried to subjugate, stifle, suppress India's voice. Mr. Modi should know India's voice and voice of its youth, whether in universities or colleges, including JNU, in presenting, in publishing or showing a documentary that has been made by the British Broadcasting Corporation will not stop. He has to answer for the acts of omissions and commissions and his own role and responsibility in 2002 Gujarat riots. Thank you.